Hey everybody, hi, my name is Darius Anucauskas and I'm the global market analyst here at Markets.com. So look, we have a crazy period right now that we're going through, right? I mean, it seems like every day is actually a crazy period because of the tariffs and all the, where everybody's fighting with each other. But I wanted to pick up on one instrument that I think that is benefiting from all this chaos and all that madness, and that's gold. So today is the Thursday that I'm recording this one right now. I'm recording this one already like 30 minutes at least into the U.S. opening, after the U.S. opening bell. So yeah, look, before I jump into gold and into the chart, I just wanted to quickly read through the risk disclaimer. So yes, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and should not be considered as such. This material should not be taken as an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. Okay, look, basically, I want to share with you the chart here of gold, and I talked about this a lot of times already in my webinars. If you watch my weekly week ahead webinar on Monday, and then my midweek review on Wednesday. But if you haven't watched any of those, then you can join me tomorrow on my weekly wrap up, which is coming out live. So you can always ask questions if you wish. So yeah, feel free to join because you can see the scheduled event in on our YouTube channel. So look, basically I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to pick up right now on this one because today we are hitting a new all-time high. So we've cleared that 2,956 zone, and by the way, I'm looking at the cash here. So like the spot gold spot price, not the futures. The futures are already getting closer to that psychological 3,000 zone. But hey, the main focus right now, the fact that gold has overshot the previous all-time high, and now has created a new one. We're reaching the area on my chart here for now, so far, an area very close to 2,973 mark. So we're not far from the from reaching the 3,000. Look, on our trading view, I have thrown out this idea before on gold before this one right here, roughly another 50 bucks, and we are at 30,000 30,000, I wish 3,000. And yep, so far, I mean, I can see that we're now dropping that amount. How much left is it for us to go there? However, look, I think that the current situation with the tariffs is really playing out wonderfully here for the bulls, because again, that means that the only person, if we're talking about from the US economy perspective, the only person right now who could, in a way, save the situation, in my opinion, from, indices collapsing here. And as you can see, Dow is traveling lower. Dow is in negative territory for the year, not to mention the S&P and the Nasdaq. I mean, those are just like, wow, dropping like flies. But the person, like I said, the person who could save, in a way, the day would be Mr. Powell. So as we know that the expectations that we're having, is for 3 rate cuts by the end of this year. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So we are expecting by the end of this year, we're expecting 3 rate cuts. As you can see here, the higher percentage is for to drop the rates in the range between 3.5 and 3.75 zone. So and of course, that is playing out so far positively. Again, you would ask why is it not playing out positively in the indices? But look, in the indices for now, we're still in that tariff war period, and from today, even, let's say we're now in the booze war with the EU, right? So there's this booze war happening, so everybody's retaliating against each other. First it was, US imposed the aluminium tariffs, of course, understandably that, EU exports a lot into the US, a lot of metals into the US. In retaliation to that, the EU decided to go with a 50% duty on US whiskey. Trump doesn't like that. Let's go with a 200% tariff on EU booze. So, like I said, let the booze wars start. So, long story short, for now, I mean, like I said, in all this uncertainty, gold is picking up pace. And look at this, we're clearing nicely from the technical perspective. We're clearing nicely this territory. We've cleared the barriers here. I talked about this in this week. In my live webinars, I talked about gold. I said, keep your eyes on this little box. We need a clearance through the upper side here, through this 2,930 zone. We cleared that yesterday. We stayed above it, and today we're clearing the all-time high. Now, the question is, how far can we travel? Now, after we had this nice little correction back down at the end of February, and then we started pushing higher again in March. Let's see if we take this little move here and if we apply my beloved Fibonacci extension and to see roughly where we could end up traveling to. So we draw it from the low. From the lowest point of February to the, is this the lowest point? No, sorry, from the low of the 28th of February to the high of the 5th of March, and then to the low of the 10th of March. So as you can see here right now, we've cleared all these levels, and we're approaching now this this 100% level near the 2,977 zone. So this is what's on my chart. So I think that it's quite doable. It's quite possible. Let's see. This is a very short-term view, to be honest. Maybe even we could reach that 2,977 today. We're not far. It's only around like what, $7 away from hitting that. Quite doable. We already came very close to that. So I think that could be the case for today. But in terms of other ways of trying to measure this, where we could go, I think that maybe we could take a look from the low of the 19th of December and going and measuring then the other point is the 24th of February, and then the low of the 28th of February. So here you can see that the 38.2 is actually bang on where we are right now. So this is, like I said, this is also near that, around that 2,975 zone. So 77, 75, it's never the exact level. I always keep on saying to people, it's never the exact level, it's the area near that level, so the 75, 77 mark becomes quite an interesting target, quite doable in my opinion. We're not far from there. The next target, I think that already will be the psychological 3,000 zone. And I think in here, if we're looking at from the perspective of this Fibonacci extension, then the 50% here on the Fibonacci extension is around is above 3,000. It's around 3,019, or you want to round it up here, 20. Let's put 20. Let's say 20. 3,020. But in general, to me, I think that the more important level will still be the psychological 3,000 zone. So I don't want to rush into things. If it's gonna go fly higher, a little bit above the 3,000, hey, that's fine. That's all okay. But yeah, I don't want to rush into things yet. So I think that on everybody's mind is the 3,000 zone, and everybody's targeting that. So it is quite doable in my opinion. But again, we need to go step by step. It's not guaranteed. It's not for sure. In general, nothing is guaranteed. But the current economic developments are really playing out in a way in favor of potentially reaching that that target. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted, like I said, to share with you this idea, but I also wanted to say that, look, we need to examine the downside scenario as well. Although it seems like all the cards are for the upside, nevertheless, we need to accept the fact that there is a possibility for a downside. And as we speak, by the way, we keep on traveling, and we already established a new high. Okay, so look, my downside scenario, I would say is going to be this, that if we somehow at this point start falling back below the previous all-time high, which is roughly around the 2,956, then what we're going to get on this candle, on this daily candle, is the fact that we're going to get the uh, the false breakout. So yeah, and if that we get a false breakout on the daily candle here, then I will say that, you know what, maybe we're creating ourselves a nice little double top. But again, that's for later. Let's see if we can get that reversal signal first. But at the moment, it's not there, and it seems like we are on track to go for that all-time high again, which is maybe around the 3,000 mark. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this helps. I wanted to just to quickly record this quick video and video technical analysis idea on here for YouTube. So let me know in the comments if you agree or not, or maybe you have a different forecast. So hey, we'll go from there. Thank you very much. I shall see you next time in my other video ideas. So as always, stay safe, have your stop losses in place, risk only what you can afford to lose, don't overtrade, and everything will be fine. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.